Hey everybody, welcome! This is Season 3 of our Rimworld playthrough. A little bit of a change. I'm actually playing Alpha 15. Via Steam you can access Alpha 15 if you go into the properties and choose... I can't remember exactly what the option is, but there's you can choose to use updates that aren't exactly fully released yet, but they are available to play. So there may be some bugs, but... Tynan says that the game is running actually really rather well, and the reason I wanted to play this is because it's so freaking interesting. Let me just show you how interesting it is. For example, if I want to grow something, now in Alpha 15 we have something called marijuana, and we've also got coca plants. So let's just take a little look at the marijuana. Obviously you can use it as a sort of medicinal... I don't know if you can use it as a medicinal thing actually, but you can definitely use it as a sort of joy activity. Before I look at that actually, let me just show you this. If we go to assign, you've now got drug policies, so you can actually decide when your people are actually going to be smoking the marijuana and stuff like this. So you can see here there's a number of different drugs that are available in this Alpha 15 build. You've got beer, which was always there, but now you've got joints made with the marijuana. You've got something called yayo. Actually, let's just go through them one at a time. So marijuana leaves prepared in small rolls for smoking. The drug improves mood, but also increases appetite, reduces focus and slows movement. Cannabis use can produce a dependency, can be produced without equipment at a crafting spot, so that's pretty handy to know. And then you've got some weird things that I've never even heard of, like yayo, flake, go juice, which I think is probably not a real thing in real life, but who knows. Amphetamine, obviously we've heard of that. Things like LSD, I think. Malari block and luciferium, but I'm not going to worry about those just yet. I'm really interested in marijuana, so I've shown you what that's all about. So there we go. Let's just close this. I'm not actually going to set a drug policy yet because we haven't got any grown. In terms of my world, let's just take a little look at that. So this playthrough is going to be in the boreal forest with seed called Christina. And we're in a mountainous terrain, but we've got a slight problem in that the growing period is only from the 11th of spring to the 1st of fall. And we're a tribe, so we're going to be the 5 tribal members that we've been trying to do well with the past 2 seasons. So yeah, it's already the 1st of summer, so we haven't exactly got a long growing period. I think right there is where my little settlement is. So that's that. And in terms of our starting colonists, we've got Sarah, Butt, which is Butt Cancer, one of my subscribers. So Sarah's another subscriber. Oz, subscriber. Ashen Crow and Alfred Skips, who are both Patreon sponsors. Good. This might be a good time to let you know, actually. I think it's $5. If you sponsor me $5 or more on Patreon, then I will automatically get you into the game as like a priority colonist, shall we say. Ashen Crow is actually one of my biggest sponsors, so I really want to give you a huge thanks right now, mate, because I'm going through a lot of difficulties moving between Sweden and England, and, well, you know all about it. Anyway, let's get on with business. Oh, there's another good thing, actually, that's in this game, before I go any further, and that's that there's, like, resources underground. Now, I don't actually know how to attain them just yet. I do know it's something to do with placing drilling material or drilling equipment, and you can get things like jade, gold, silver deposits, stuff like that. So that sounds really cool. Anyway, in terms of starting off, let's just take a little look at our work priorities. So Butt is going to be our miner. I might just unpause it right now. Sarah's going to be our plant cutter, so I suppose we better get cutting some plants. That might help. It might actually help. Oh, hold on. Cut plants, well, I don't want to do that. I want to chop wood. We're going to need a lot of resources. And the reason I have put a massive, great growing area here and a couple of little growing areas just off to the side, this one's actually going to grow heel root, is because of the short growing season. So we're going to have a little marijuana plot there, a little heel root plot, and this one I'm probably going to grow something that grows really quick and they can just eat raw, like strawberries. So there we go. Alright, we've got plant cut, we've got a hauler, which is Oz. And I've set up the little stockpile here so they can haul stuff into it. And Ashen Crow is going to be our grower. and Alfred Skips is going to be our builder. Now, I've set him to build some beds already. Now, I'll show you something pretty cool, actually, that I learnt from just trial and error, really. And that is, if you build like a little room like so, it needs to be a bit longer than that, and then place a bed inside it, then generally your colonists don't get the debuff from having not enough space, because all they do is they get to the door and then like they're not actually standing in their bedroom, so because of that they don't get the space debuff. I'll try and show you their mood when it's more appropriate. We can see what impact that has. Anyway, let's get a couple of those ready to be built. How's the bed quality? Wow, a couple of superior beds and a normal. Good job. Alright, so we got some wood there. Let me just show you your characters as well. So Sarah, there we go. You're pretty much a melee person, but you've got some of the best shooting in the group, actually. So I've given you the bow. Butt Cancer, you're a melee, so you've got the jade knife that all tribal colonies start off with. Yeah, we need to work on building our research bench soon as well. Yeah, so Oz has got the bow. Ashen Crow has the steel spear, and Alfred Skips has a peeler. So there's all your different characters. Just click through them again, just so you can have a quick look at all the different traits and stuff they've got. And that is about that. So now we really need to focus on what we're going to do to win this game. Alright, Ashen Crow is doing a great job there, planting all the crops. And yeah, I think what we really need to do is build bedrooms as quick as we can. And I'm losing my train of thought here. And we need somewhere to eat, because if they eat off the floor, they actually get quite a large mood debuff, which is not good. And you can solve that easily just by building a table. So I'm going to do that in a second. Let's just put all these little beds in here. Now these are only going to be temporary housing quarters, which can double up as medical beds depending on if they get injured or anything like that. Eventually, what I'm going to do is build perhaps a med bay. I think my kill zone is going to be over here. If I just try and zoom out and show you a bit of where we are, the enemies can come around there and they can pretty much access it from all sides. We can't be attacked from the south. Not really, so that's one good thing. I'm just going to go ahead and lay some wood across here like that, just to protect us as quick as we can. Now, if I block off this is a pretty good little area as well up here, because it offers some protection already, in the sense that, you know, there's loads of like mountains here, so we only have to really fill in the gaps essentially with wood or whatever material we've got. And just put a little door in there, and what I'm going to do is put a couple of doors either end here and leave a hole in the middle. Now the kill zone is not going to be my typical kill zone that you might have seen if you've been following my videos for a long time. What I am going to do is put loads of deadfall traps that I've been trying to work on for a long time. And then if anyone's got any suggestions on how to improve it, obviously I'll accept them. It's pretty unclear right now how exactly I can defend myself properly. You've obviously, well, if you're new here, then you haven't seen it. But if you're not new, then you will have seen my previous seasons and the difficulties we had. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to cancel the order up here to cut all these trees, because what we really need to do is cut all these trees out of the way so that Ashen Crow can get around and do his little planting job without any difficulty. And what I'm also going to do is deconstruct this little whatever it is, semi-room, and that will free up some sandstone and some more sandstone, so we can actually use that as walls in our base defense, so that's pretty handy. Alright, Butt seems to just be sleeping outside already. Let me just check on my restrictions. So yeah, we've got 3 hours of joy right now. I might try and reduce that if I can to 2 hours, just so we can get the maximum amount of work done. Yeah, so I'm really excited to be playing the Alpha 15 because it sounds so cool. I mean, there's loads of different drugs. I just want to go back over the drugs, actually. If we go to here, manage drug policies, hang on, new policy. Yeah, and click on like yayo, for instance. I was reading about this before. So it's a fine white powder snorted to produce a euphoric high. Yayo reducing the user's need for rest and suppresses pain. It is, however, addictive. So some of these drugs you can actually use as a benefit to your colony, not only in the sense that they can reduce or they can give them a joy activity, but also in the sense that if you've got a colonist who's got a massive mood debuff from being in so much pain, then you could probably give them one of these medications and you know, that might get rid of some of that problem for them. So it's pretty damn cool, and I'm really excited to see where Tynan's going to take this kind of thing. And he's done really good, actually, implementing the drugs policies. Now, just to go over the drugs policy a little bit while everyone's doing their building. Hold on a second. Before we go any further, what I tend to do is waffle on without actually doing the important stuff. Let's set up our research bench. We really need a research bench ASAP. And for that, we're actually going to need some steel. So let's get some steel mined. Yeah, we need this ASAP, because otherwise we're going to get really behind in tech. And before we know it, we're going to get overwhelmed with whatever Randy Random chooses to throw at me. I did forget to tell you that already, so thanks if you're still with me. But yeah, we're going to be playing on Randy Random on second highest difficulty, which I forget what it's called. I want to say Commander, but I'm sure that's an XCOM thing. Another issue, you know what I've just thought as well, is like all these animals that are running around, they're going to eat my crops. I'm pretty much sure of it. So I may have to go on like a big hunting spree at some point, but not just yet. Alright, Alfred Skip's doing a great job there, building all our little bedrooms. That'll make them a little happier, I think. Right, but what are you doing, mate? We should have enough steel now. What have we got there? 105. And our research bench only needs 25, so that's great. Alright, eventually, this food and medicine that we've got here, I'm going to want to move indoors. Now, because we're playing on Boreal Forest, I think temperatures... Well, in the previous seasons, we've been having temperature problems from it being too hot. I suspect in this one, they're going to be too cold. The good thing is, when there's cold weather, you can always put more clothes on. When there's hot weather, there's pretty much nothing you can do. Once you've stripped naked, there's nothing you can do to cool down any further. So, if we get some raiders and stuff, then we can actually kill them and take their clothes, which is lovely. Right, what I'm going to do now is put a little torch in here so they can see what they're doing. Now, my researcher is going to be Sarah, but starts off higher with a 3 in research, but he's less passionate than Sarah, who only has a 2. But the benefits of her being super passionate about it is that... Hang on a second, what should we choose first? Oh, I think I should go for electricity. Tempted to go stone cutting, though. Anyway, we'll start with electricity. Right, did I set her? Yeah, as a researcher. No, I wanted someone else to be a cleaner, though. I think we'll put Oz on cleaning, and then he can haul the rest of the stuff. Alright, Ashen Crow seems to be the only one who's still sleeping outside, so we want to move this bed across here. Oh yeah, another thing. We started off with 3 bears, so bears are our starting pet. Now, I haven't actually started to train them just yet. I may just train them in obedience, actually. Because then, I don't know what benefit that will have, but at least they should listen to us. It says they'll... What does that say? Follow and defend. Okay. Now, what's this? We've got a slaver from Blue Cockroach Cheddar. A caravan from Blue Cockroach Cheddar is approaching. They are a slaver. They will hang around the colony for a few days before leaving. You can attack them, but this will anger their faction. So let's see. Are we enemies with them already? Blue Cockroach Cheddar. They're not exactly the most friendliest. Looks like we're going to have big problems with the Red Splitters and Orange Gorilla Barga. Right. Okay. Hello, traders. What do you have? Do you have any good gear on you? What does that say? Average armor. Heat. Hey, that's new. Average armor, heat, and electric. Do our characters have that? Comfortable temperature range, 2 to 32. I wonder if that's based on their clothes. I suppose it takes into account whether they're heat lover and stuff like that as well, though. That's interesting. Alright, well, welcome, people, to my place. Don't make a mess, and you know, I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to do any trading with you. But we may as well have a look anyway. Yeah, look, they don't really have very much. They have got some joints, though. I'll tell you what, we'll buy like 2 joints off them. Psychic Soothe Pulsar, Herbal Medicine. We started off with 50. Pemmican. That could come in handy. I think I'm going to just get 20. Yeah, while we're waiting for our crops to grow. And that's taking a long time. Still plenty that need planting. Anyway, right. I think we're going to want a door on the front here. So let's put a little wooden door. So eventually, what I'm going to do, you can see I've already planned out like a little bit of mining. Essentially, what I'm going to do is have like a starting room. I think I'm trying to put more thought into it. So this starting room is going to have eventually the cooker and the butcher table right here. Because then, for the ingredients, all we have to do is just grab them from here and take them to there. And then I was thinking of making like this room the fridge. This is obviously quite a long way in the future. Yeah. And then this room over here, maybe like a crafting area, so that eventually the research table may move into there. Not totally sure yet. It's all up in the air, but as usual, please make your suggestions. I want to hear from you, and if you've got any good ideas of what I should be doing, that might actually help me. I don't know everything about the game. Far from it. Alright, I'm actually going to set some dumping stockpiles now, so I think I'll whack them out here, like so. And I'm also going to start thinking about base defense now. So, what's my plan? I think what I'll do is I'll put like the board across there, like so. Then we'll have a couple of doors. Oh, that one's in the wrong way. The reason you actually need loads of doors in the type of base defenses I'm going to be building, because in order to in order to build or access the deadfall traps, they obviously need a way to get to them without killing themselves. Now, what I have had happen in sort of practice playthroughs is without the doors, then they just walk over the traps, and if they get an injury, then there's literally a chance, I don't know how big the chance is, but there's a chance that the colonists will just straight up die, and that's actually happened to me, so I'm going to try and avoid that as much as possible. So I think I'm going to be using tons and tons of doors. Alright, I'm actually going to put harvest here so we can get some more of these berries. Right, Alfred skips demolishing that. Lovely, lovely. And what's Oz up to? Right, lots of preamble to start the game with, guys. Ah, good. Oz is cleaning out these blocks. Ooh, it looks like Butt and Sarah are flirting. Ooh, look at this. Attempted to woo Sarah into a romance. Sarah rejected the advance. Good on you, Sarah. His name's Butt Cancer, for goodness sake. Alright, hey guys, sorry about that. If you noticed a short interruption, that was my beloved father calling me on Skype, interrupting my day job. Recording videos. He wasn't to know, never mind. So we're back in business. Alright, Butt's now mining out our future refrigerator. I'll get another door put there, I think. Looks like it's a pretty good start. Oh yeah, I know what I was looking for. I was going to look for someone who's handling. So we haven't actually got a handler right now. Obviously, Ashen Crow's got 13. So he would be the best, but we really need him to focus on growing right now. Mining can wait. That's not a massive priority. So I think I'll get Butt to work on helping our little troops. There we go. Our first joint is being smoked, or at least the first one I've noticed. So this is what the joints look like. That's what you make from the marijuana you grow. And obviously we saw the impact it has. It just relaxes them. It gives them a little buff. So if I click on Alfred here, and here you can see Tons of Joy and High on Cannabis. So Tons of Joy gives you a 10 positive mood effect, and High on Cannabis gives you another 10. So he's like, high on cannabis, man. Good for him. Why not? I've read a lot of things about how cannabis is actually good medicinally, and it's the mega healthcare industries and capitalism trying to keep us on medication rather than marijuana. But I don't actually smoke it myself, so take what I say with a pinch of salt if you want. Okay. So, looks like another night's being survived quite well. We're now on the 4th of summer. We started on the 1st, right? Or 2nd. Days passed since your arrival. 2. There are 15 days in each season, and we're currently in the summer. So if this is summer, and it's 6 degrees, Jesus Christ, winter's going to be cold. Alright, well, we've got to name our community. I think, in honour of how much Ashen Crow's actually supporting me in this YouTube endeavour, I will call it Ashen Crowville. Why not? Ashen Crowville it is. Capital V, just to... oh, we're missing an E. That's why it doesn't look right. There we go. Ashen Crowville it is. Alright, cool. We've got loads of muffalo here now. I think these are going to be the buggers who are going to be eating our crops. Hence why... part of the reason why I'm just growing this massive field, and I'll keep Ashen Crow stocking that up. But it's not going to be... I don't think we're going to have a large harvest this year, so eventually we're going to have to do some hunting anyway. Cool, these look neat. Ibex ram. Sweet. What's their intelligence? Intermediate. Ah, okay. What about this one? Ibex doe. Aha, it's like a female one, right? What else do we have? There's loads of cool animals. I just absolutely love what Tynan's doing with this game. Oh, look at this little dude. Timber wolf. I want a timber wolf. That's obviously going to give me a slight risk of being maimed and mauled by him. Because there's a 2.5% chance that he will attack us. Lovely. Alright, let's get some more security laid down. So what I'm going to do is put another 2 of these here. Actually, we might as well just lay all of them right now. Now, what I plan on doing, let's work on our plan right here. What I plan on doing is making this come round sort of like so. And if I can make the journey the enemy make as long as possible with as many of these deadfall traps as possible, there's more likelihood that they're going to get injured, right? So, that is the plan. And fingers crossed we can... protect ourselves a lot from that. We are going to have a big issue with like crashed ships and stuff. Although I've heard a lot of people have quite a bit of success with like grenades. But yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to work out a strategy for dealing with that eventually. Now, the other annoying thing of making your base layout or base defenses like this is you're going to need tons and tons and tons of doors. Tons of doors, I say. Hey, bud, where are you going? Before you run off, let's haul back some wood for us. All right, man. All right, everybody, it's time to go to sleep. Nearly. Got no marijuana left for you to smoke. I've got some heel root planted. We've got a little bit of marijuana planted there. Non-ideal temperature. Temperature growth multiplier is plummeting, so it's not even growing at 100%. Needs light level 50%. Tynan's obviously thought through how much these drugs need ideal, conditions to grow in. Because generally you see marijuana plants, if you didn't know, if you're a bit younger, with like these massive fluorescent light bulbs over the top of them to give them enough light to grow. And they're usually kept in quite a warm environment as well. So that's interesting how Tynan's thought so much. What is that? Moss. Cool, I think that's a new thing. I've not seen that before. Okay, let's see how everyone's doing here. 8 without a table. I was jabbering on about that earlier. Damn it. Alright, let's get a little wooden table then. We'll have some little wooden dining chairs for them to sit on. Maybe 6. God, look at Buck go. He's mining like a beast. Alright, so yeah, I think what I'm going to do now then is create another little stockpile just so like whatever food I do get gets hauled inside here, because then they just grab it from there, go and sit on the table, and they'll be happy as Larry. So we want to put meals and raw food and medicine, actually drugs as well. Area revealed. There's a hole. There's a hole in our base. God damn it. Alright, let's build that like so. Actually, we need to leave a hole there so they can actually get through in case he gets stuck. Yeah, and then this stockpile here, we don't want to store any food or drugs. Yeah, medicine, drugs. Yeah, no drugs. Alright, coolio. Oh, nice job, Ashen Crow. He's nearly planted the whole field of crops. Now, assuming none of these little blighters around here eat it, then that will and it all grows, of course, then we'll be well on our way to being fed for a little while. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, we need to wait for this wall to be built. Now, over on this side, you can see it's pretty hard for the enemy to come through. There is a slight concern, though. They only have to mine through 2 bits of mountain here, 2 squares of mountain. So if they want to come through that way, then we've got a problem. Alright, Oz is starving. So, who's our plant cutter? Our plant cutter is Sarah. Right, Sarah. What I might do then is take you off research momentarily and get you plant cutting. Let's grab Sarah a second and get some raspberry bushes cut. So we've got minor break risks already. We need a meal source, we're low on food, and we need warm clothes. The outdoor temperature is going to reach 4 degrees Celsius. How lovely. That's positively balmy. Balmy, not balmy, not crazy balmy. Balmy. Alright, are we out of wood? I think we're out of wood. No, we're not. 872. Major break risk. No, Oz, what's wrong? Starving. Grab something to eat, my man. I'll get rid of that minus 25 mood debuff. Crikey. And Oz is jealous. How lovely. He's been insulted and he's joy deprived. Oopsie. I think we're going to need some joy activities. So I think I'll put them in here. Also going to get a little chess table built, I reckon. That should please them. Gives them something to occupy their mind. Obviously not gaming or anything, but it'll do. If you didn't have anything else, a chessboard would suffice. Okay, what's going on now? Alright, they're all going to sleep. So that leaves me in a perfect position to wrap up this video. It's not been a bad start altogether, I think. Hopefully you'll agree with me. And hopefully you'll agree with the choices I've made. But if you don't, you know where to hit me up. Get in touch via the comment section and let me know your thoughts if you want me to make any changes to how I'm playing or whatever. And also if you want to check out my Patreon sponsorship page, please feel free. That'd be awesome if any of you deem me worthy enough for your hard-earned dollars. But thanks ever so much for watching. My name is Redneck Einstein, and please join me in a couple of days for the next exciting episode. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.